I think I figured it out. I know exactly what the señorita wants. La Dragona Rosa, muy caliente.
Is that like a thing or something? Is it shiny?
No. It is a story. A story about a shiny. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
You see, señorita, I wasn't always a caballero, seeking glory, señoritas, and peaceful conflict resolutions of various disputes. I used to serve in Zingaran Armada when our lands were ravaged, not only by constant attacks of pirates, Picts, and followers of Seth, but also by the fleets of terrifying dragons, trying to turn our beautiful city into their nest. They wanted to fill all our caves with riches and turn them into their vaults, where they would slumber until some foolish treasure seekers would disrupt their sleep and pay for this transgression with their lives. But we couldn't let it happen. I couldn't let it happen. For my name is Ricardo Jordan. And I felt obliged to protect my lands from these raiders. When I was very young, I joined the Armada as soon as I could. I trained and trained so that I could become as strong as my father. And eventually, I became quite a formidable soldier. But to face these scary dragons, I had to be much more than that. I had to be smart, lure them into the false sense of security, so that they could show me their weak spot, their soft underbelly. And I couldn't achieve that with my sword alone. I had to pick another weapon, far more dangerous and destructive than any sword forged by men or demigods. I equipped myself with a loot. But not just an ordinary loot. When I was fighting the dragons as an ordinary soldier, I defended a village where a powerful wizard resided. When I saved his life, he presented me with his loot made of gold, silver, and precious gems. And this loot was imbued with magical powers, especially effective against the dragons. I vigorously practiced and eventually learned how to play it so well that I was able to attract every dragon that ever decided to terrorize our peaceful lands. My songs were so convincing and heartfelt that all the dragons who listened immediately died of dehydration from all the tears pouring out of their eyes. They couldn't help it. My songs, played on that magical lute, were simply too much for them to bear. And that is how Ricardo Jordan saved the lands of Zingara from dragons and seasonal drought by filling the rivers with dragon tears. You might be wondering about the fate of this rare and magical lute. That is a story for another time. Suffice to say, I am the only one who knows where it is, and I must keep it that way, because the loot is too powerful to fall into wrong hands, and the dragons, they would very much like to find and destroy it. To this day, this loot is known to them as Dragon Bane. And that is the end of my story.
That's really sad. You made all of those dragons cry.
Very much so.